guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I am bringing you this makeup look right over here. I wanted to do something again with color, so I was like looking through all my eyeshadows and I was just like, what can I use today? And then I saw this yellow shadow and I just could not stop staring at it. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to be using today. So yeah, that's what inspired this entire makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoy, and let's just get started. Alright guys, so as always, my eyebrows are already complete, so we're just going to get started with the eyes now. So before we get started on eyeshadow, as always, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in Light Sand, so I'm just going to be applying some of this onto my eyelids. Now I'm just going to be taking this Morphe E8 brush and help blend this all over. Set my concealer, I'm just going to be taking my Urban Decay Naked Skin palette. I'm just going to be taking the lightest shade to set that concealer down, because the JACLYN Hill does not have any matte light shades to set. They have one, but it's shimmery or a satin finish, and I don't really like satin finishes when I want to set my concealer. Alright, now moving on, I'm going to of course be taking my JACLYN Hill palette, as you can see right here, and look how beautiful this is on the inside. It's just so gorgeous. You guys have probably already seen this all over the internet and are tired of seeing it, so I'm not even going to go ahead and give you swatches. There's billions of videos out there for that. For today's look, I'm kind of just winging it. I'm not entirely sure where I wanted to take the look. I know I've been playing with a lot of color lately, so I just wanted to keep on with my trend of color. I do have a couple more neutral tutorials coming soon as well, but just so we can continue playing with some color, I'm going to be taking this shade right over here. Yeah, this one right over here. And we're just going to use this as a transition shade. And of course, using my Sigma E40 brush to help and apply that. And I'm going just back and forth in windshield wiper motions, as I always do. And as always, I start off in this corner and then I just reel it inwards to give me a more blended look. And now I'm just going to be taking the shade that's right next to it. It's just a little bit more orange, and applying it with this one's a Morphe M441 brush. So I'm just going to take my brush in there and apply it right underneath it, just to give it a little bit more warmth. This brush reminds me of the Sigma E35 brush. And the Sigma E35 brush is one of my holy grail brushes. So if you want to save some money, because Morphe brushes are a lot less expensive than Sigma brushes, this is definitely a dupe for that brush. I'm just focusing that color now a little bit more into my crease, just to give me some more dimension in there. So notice how I'm putting the brush, I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, much better. So notice how I'm going to place the brush here and then just sweep it back and forth to really apply pressure into my crease, so it's not going to blow up the shadow too far up. Same situation on this side. And of course, before moving on, I'm just going to take my Sigma E40 and blend all of that together. And next up, to intensify that crease a little bit further, I'm just going to be taking this shade right here. It kind of looks like a yellowy, mustardy brown. That's the best way I can explain that shade right there. So I'm just going to take this on a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm going to be applying this deeper into my crease. So once again, I'm just applying it into my crease and blending back and forth in windshield wiper motions, but you do not want to take your brush that high up into your crease. You just really want to concentrate this color in this area, because if you start taking this higher, it's just going to get darker and darker and darker, and that's not what you want. You want a gradient effect on your eyes. Alright guys, and one last time, just to intensify that crease even further, I'm going to be taking this shade down here, which is just a nice, it's not really a brown because it's not too browny, but it's not really a red either. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's light enough where it's not going to add too much darkness into the eyes, because this isn't a smoky eye, so I don't want to add too much darkness either. I just want to intensify a little bit, just the smallest bit, my crease. So just like this. Oh, and I'm using the exact same Sigma E25 blending brush that we used to apply that, looks like Dijon mustard to me, so that Dijon mustard color. So just like that, guys. I'm not even going to further add any more color. Look how little bit of color I added, because you don't want to get too carried away with dark colors. And as always, you just want to add a little bit at a time, because if you want to intensify this color, you could definitely go back in and add a little bit more, but do it slowly, gradually build up to it, because it's always easier to add than to remove. Because once you go in with a dark color and you want to remove it, it's pretty hard, guys. You're gonna be there blending for ages. So highly recommend you don't do that. And once we do that, back in with my Sigma E40 brush, just blend everything we did back and forth, so we don't have any harsh lines whatsoever. Alright guys, so once you're happy with the intensity of your crease colors, this comes the fun part. I'm going to be taking back my Tarte Shape Tape, and just, this is like a flat dome shaped brush from BH Cosmetics. It's nothing special. It's actually pretty big, but I like it because it covers a lot, and I'm going to be cutting my crease with it. So while I'm doing this, I can't really speak, so I'm just going to let you guys watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to apply some concealer to the brush itself, and then once I start there, I actually start in from my inner corner and work my way outwards. So what I do is I just kind of just stamp my brush. That's why I like this brush, and I feel like dome-shaped brushes are perfect for cutting your crease, because they kind of do the work for you, because it's already following the shape of your actual eyelid. So I'm starting off like this, and now once I have that initial setup, I'm going to just drag the concealer to my actual eyelid and keep on working my way into cutting my physical crease. Now this is a part where if you have hooded eyes, you could really take advantage of, because you could cut your crease a little bit higher than your actual hood, and it's going to make your eyes look a lot bigger. Now, once you successfully finish cutting your crease, I'm just going to go ahead and set that concealer. So I'm just going to take the exact same brush that I used initially to set down my concealer when I applied my base. So I'm just patting it onward. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I'm actually going to be taking this single shadow right here. This one's from MAKEUPGEEK. It's called Lemon Drop. It's just a beautiful yellow shadow, and I'm going to be taking that on the Sigma, no, not this brush, and I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe M210 brush, just a nice shader brush right here, nice and dome shaped as well, and I'm going to be packing this all over my lid. So what I'm doing first is I'm just packing, and then, so first I'm stamping the color, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend it as close to that crease that we cut as possible. And don't worry if you get a little bit of shade or you didn't cover the crease completely, because I'm going to go back in with eyeliner and apply some more eyeliner over there. Alright guys, and then once you get that yellow as intense as you want it, now I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay glitter eyeliner in Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just going to be outlining that edge where the crease and the mobile eyeshadow meet. And this is the part where I told you that it didn't really matter how precise you were cutting your crease, because this is going to kind of help make it look like your crease was cut perfectly, because it's going to cover up that line. And now I'm just going to let that glitter eyeliner dry. And while it's drying, I'm just going to go ahead and use my NYC liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a nice thin wing eyeliner just to finish off this eye look. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished off the other eye off camera as well as the wing eyeliner. So now I'm just going to move on. I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the fallout under my face. I'm just going to be using this Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water with little cotton rounds. So sometimes whenever you're doing looks with a lot of color, it's very easy for fallout to happen. But that's no problem. That's why I like to do my eyes first, because I could take a cotton round and just clean that area very well and it'd be like nothing ever happened. So now for foundation, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Ambient, no, this is not an Ambient, my Hourglass Vanishing Stick Foundation in Warm Beige. I don't know if I have used this on camera yet. I've had this for a while and I really love the way that this applies. This actually might match me now, because before it was a little bit too dark, so I just have to blend it out underneath my face very well, but I think it might match me now. We'll see. And I'm going to take my beauty blender to help blend this all into my skin. Alright, and now for concealer, of course, back in with my Tarte Shape Tape. What would I do without this concealer, guys? Like, it's just so phenomenal. And a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and of course my chin. And you guys already know the drill to set. I'm using my Kat Von D translucent powder. This is just one of my favorite powders. I do like the Laura Mercier, but and I have it here, and I haven't ran out yet. But I don't know. There's something about this one that I like a little bit more, and so many people are like back and forth between them. I feel it's just, this one does something. I can't put my finger on it, but it is something. And I'm taking that edge of this makeup wedge as well to help sharpen even further that wing eyeliner. If I don't do this, I'm going to crease like a crazy person. So while I'm looking crazy like this, I'm just going to let that bake, and I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay the Velvetizer powder. I'm obsessed with this. If you have not tried this powder out, guys, go try it out. It's just so incredible. It's literally photoshops your face. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so beautiful. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking any of the additional excess powder that was on that brush once I dipped it in, and I put it on the cap, and now I'm just setting my face. So everybody that I've been meeting lately or that's wanted to talk to me about makeup, I've been telling them to buy this because it's just too good for people not to be trying out. And I feel like there's just not been a lot of hype around it. But once a big YouTuber starts talking about the amazingness of this product, guarantee you, it's going to be flying off the shelves. Alright, now that I've let that bake underneath my face for like 1 or 2 minutes, I'm just taking this e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm just going to be blending that powder away. And as you can see, using that edge of that makeup wedge to really sharpen out that winged eyeliner really makes a difference. It looks so sharp now. So real great. And of course on my face, taking it out, blending it out. And now for bronzer, I'm just going to be taking the bronzing shade from the Urban Decay one, which is just this one right over here, on, of course, my Zoeva 101 Luxie Face Definer brush, just to bronze up the face. And as I've mentioned in recent videos, this has just been my go-to palette ever since I've received it. It's so nice. I feel like so underrated for how amazing the shades are and the texture of them on your skin. They just melt and glide onto your face so easily, and they're just the perfect shade. It's so nice. And now I'm going to contour with the contouring shade in here using my NARS Ita brush. Just a very light contour. I will show you, and don't worry if it's harsh right now, I will show you what I do in order to go ahead and blend it out even further. So right now I'm not even really contouring my nose. I just kind of like bringing a little bit of that contour shade down the sides of it just to like help sculpt it a little bit. And I don't normally contour my temples either. I just bronze them, and I'm just, whatever's left, just kind of fluffing it around. So now to blend that all in, I'm going to be taking my Morphe E2 brush. There's no product on this, but normally I use this for my MAC Studio Fix powder. So there's probably just a little bit of powder in there, but I'm not adding anything additional. Just using this because this is such a big brush and it helps blend everything out. For blush, I'm going to be taking MAC's Melba blush. It just looks like this. Very nice pinky peachy blush color. I absolutely love this one. Definitely one of my favorite blushes. I'm going to smile like a crazy person and then just apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Alright, and before I move on to highlighter, I'm going to be taking my MAC Studio Fix, what is this? My MAC Studio Fix fluid, and going to go ahead and spritz my face with this. And this is just going to really help all those powders we applied to our face really melt together. It does a great job at that and really making them, I'm not going to say this makes your makeup last longer, it just does a really great job at melting all those products into your skin and not making them look so powdery anymore. It's just really great, and it's also very refreshing. Alright, so while that's drying down, I'm going to take this opportunity, take the highlighting shade of the Urban Decay Shapeshifter palette. Is it called Shapeshifter? Yeah, Shapeshifter Light Medium palette, and my Morphe M501 brush, and I'm going to be highlighting my face with this. I'm obsessed with this palette, guys. I cannot even say it enough because every shade in here I feel like it's so beautiful. Like, look at that highlight. It's beaming. It's so pretty. Alright, now going to go ahead and finish off that lower lash line. So going back into my JACLYN Hill palette, and I'm going to be taking this shade right over here, applying it to my lower lash line with that same Sigma E25 brush that we used. And I'm going to just run this underneath my lash line. And I do know that this still has a couple, like that darker Dijon mustard color that we used. But that's okay because I'm going to be applying that color once again, either way, underneath my lash line. Alright, now with the eyes done, I'm just going to be applying some L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara off camera, as well as these COKO lashes. These are in the style AMORE. So I'm going to be applying this off camera, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I already applied the eyelashes. I'm just letting the glue go ahead and dry down. So for today's lip combo, I'm actually going to be using these two nudes. This is STILA Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Angelo, and this one is ColourPop's I Love Sarai collab Ultra Satin Lip. So to begin with, I'm going to be taking the I Love Sarai ColourPop collab liquid lipstick, well, Ultra Satin Lip first, because this is the darker shade. And I'm first going to apply this all over the lips. And now, once I have that base done, I'm going to be taking the Angelo shade from Stila Cosmetics. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be applying a little bit at a time to the center of my lips. Alright guys, with both of those lipsticks on, that's it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like these. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!